It is just not compatible with my streaming software, I guess. But for some reason, it can't stay stable. But it should be starting to reconnect right now. The cutscene ended in the middle, so I did not see. Square Enix. There we go. Lily, you should be able to see it now. The cutscene ended in the middle, so I just saw him wake up, stretch with the flower on his head. That's all. Bet I turned off TikTok. Unfortunately, the TikTok looks like if I can't use it in my own streaming software, it's not the way to go. It crashes way too often, which causes all my internet to crash. We can't have that. Days until next rank. 90 days, 3 months from now? Where is she? Alright, we're back. I guess we're watching this over. Hey, you're supposed to be inspector. She gotta be stronger than that. Hey, that spike is through his foot, all the way through.
And we obey.
Nashul Hakaraka says it is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand.
Zombie Brand says Hildebrand? Who is the...
Nashul...
Zombie Brand says Urg.
Nashul Hakaraka...
Zombie...
That's smart.
Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport...
Nashul Hakaraka says if crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force or...
Zombie Brand said...
He's shaking.
Death.
He accepted his fate.
Perturbed gentleman.
Nashul...
Hildebrand.
Just until I get to the cutscene. Alright, there we go. Now we're back. I probably have to changed 5 videos thumbnails because it got disconnected so much. He's alive. He lives and wants flesh. Wait, that's the flower they threw on his head when they buried him.
Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon, and
He was just so tired. He didn't actually die.
what is this place? And for that matter, who am I?
That day, many zombies came up. He was dead, man. So it's okay. You're right with us. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's how you came to be.
Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last.
Nashum Hakaraka says I always knew you'd come back to us.
Hildebrand says be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admire?
Never.
Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing...
Could it be a case?
This dizziness. Could it be a case?
Phoenix down. Medicine. Legendary bird. When placed upon the body of who is incapacitated, it will instantly revive the person. While some cultures insist until further restoration. Properties determined of the foe. These claims are yet to be proven. Cannot be used during battle. Do I continue?
Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Segoli Desert, I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's
No.
sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil.
Oh god, what did I start? I let a wild cannon into the streets of Utah. Hey, what's going on over here? Ma'am, have you seen this guy?
Beg your pardon? You wish to
Oh.
question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running of
We
the
see over here what's going on.
dogs.
I'm sorry for sneaking in.
Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts.
You say that, but no, they need their privacy. Now, have you seen them? Seen him, I should say.
Silver Nettle says what? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If ye do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist.
Duelist.
His pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that.
What? What? Your mate's pa's best friend. Cousin. That's a mouthful.
Botchel says sorry, lad.
What
If
would
it's
it?
information you want, you'd be
Wyman.
saved best by going to Wyman.
Wyman.
The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well.
Now where could... Who am I? Oh. I've done your quest. What was that?
Wyman says I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem?
Bruh.
So, do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies?
They posting their Twitch? I say the DJ.
Hildebrand says Wyman. Hey, Wyman. Wyman says
How dare you.
the almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead are
No, she
and
changed.
they're walking the streets.
Why couldn't you wear the uniform? You were an inspector too.
Hildebrand says no need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, the whole few.
Hacker says it's true. He's not a zombie. I checked.
Wyman says, you do seem to be hale and healthy. Which, begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Hildebrand says why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Wyman says heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Hildebrand says inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wyman is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Wyman says,
Damn.
well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden what said her most. Hildebrand says this knave assaulted a young woman as well?
That does.
Audacity. I should fly to her side. Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Segolee? A serendipitous encounter indeed. Unless, you too seek the belligerent duelist?
No, not really.
It would be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu. We must away.
Hey, no fair. You have a sidekick. Where's my sidekick? His best. How long does this go? Where will this lead?
Cyber, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't.
I continue, Lily. Is this the? Is this a series of quests or just the first one? Oh, the hybrid storylines. Okay. So there's multiple. Let's continue.
The lady in question is named
The series
Elizabeth.
quest? Okay.
She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the Inspector.
He didn't even find out the name. So I got a head start. He should have waited. At the Weaver's Guild. This is like it is for the first expansion besides Shadowbringer. You will find out why when you get there. Okay. I will have some backstory of when the next expansion starts. This way. Yellow Moon? I think I've spoken to her before.
Yellow Moon says my beloved
Oh my God.
was unlike anyone you've ever seen.
What is...
Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you?
Hildebrand says a priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of champion?
I'm already here.
Yellow Moon says the world.
Hildebrand says, I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of
Oh my
paradise,
God.
for your pure heart.
Nashium Hakaraka says what he said.
Hildebrand says, and you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft?
Yellow Moon says thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from
Damn.
I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day.
Oh God.
After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone.
Did you check home?
Says, so the time and location of the theft are unknown. Essential details, without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon.
Oh my
Some
God.
hidden clues from your
So we're
memory.
gonna go
You
shopping?
must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries.
And then have a match at the Colosseum. Oh my.
Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question?
Yellow Moon says nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether
Oh,
I wanted
God.
to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love.
Uh-oh, that's the old trick.
Says that to a complete stranger, I ask you. Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled.
Hildebrand says, if I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case,
Why are you just sitting on the box?
the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember.
Wait, why are you falling asleep? We have an investigation to do. Now, Colosseum. That's something I didn't know there was a Colosseum here. Or is it another name for something I know? Oh, this?
Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember.
Yellow Moon says, well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love.
Another one?
Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse,
Hmm.
in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money,
Damn.
my purse weighed about 6 school ponzes, and it was enough to render him unconscious.
Hey, you sure we shouldn't be locking you up? You're just attacking people left and right.
Hildebrand says 120 ponzes? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion.
Nashua Hakaraka says there sure are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah. At the Weavers Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too.
Yeah, what's going on with that? What's going on here too?
Yellow Moon says where.
Who was the last person you hit it with? You have a clue?
Nashua Hakaraka. Ah, of course. I still have plenty of explosives.
Huh?
Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun.
Oh god. There we go, finally. Jesus. Who are you guys?
Perspiring Man says, oh gods, have mercy.
What do you make of this? They were hiding in plain sight.
It says at the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart.
Nashum Hakaraka says, Inspector, we found the pure heart. These
You were
strangers
hiding
sneaking
inside.
into town in wooden crates had it.
Perspiring Man says it's not what you think.
You're
We're not
devotees?
thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars, we only wish to keep her safe from harm. And, should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it, for safekeeping, nothing untoward.
What?
Yellow Moon says you deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time, you've been stalking me. What? What nerve?
Perspiring Man says, ah. Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to
Oh my god. They run.
Hildebrand says, Goddess? Devotees? Ah. But of course. That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed.
Oh my god.
As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts. At question mark says those thefts were carried out by a single individual. You imbecile. Well-informed woman says, lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victim's weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such.
Ellie says I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye.
Uh-oh.
My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks.
They're gonna slander her name.
Dr. Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume? You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you, with pleasure.
Maybe the investigations were easier before the calamity.
Hildebrand says you would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship.
Ellie says yes, yes. The name of the man is...
He just dipped.
Huh? Where do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet.
It's like, oh, you gonna let me know? Nice. Fair enough. That's all he needed. I'll take the information.
I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. Ha ha. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well.
A perpetrator? You mean also steals from another person? The thief stole the thief? And it's karma. Nothing can be done about it. Where is it? Do I recognize him?
Humphrey says I.
Nope, I'll remember that haircut.
You are?
How in the world did it get here?
I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist.
Do you have a tracker on me?
Humphrey says me? A victim? Ha ha ha. How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago. But where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead.
Huh?
I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself.
You mean warrior light? Be careful how you say it.
Yashun Hakaraka says you mean you won? That's amazing.
Humphrey says hey, well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lu, we were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic. He was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many...
Do you know who you're talking to?
Ellie says that man is no warrior of... Tell them, Eliezer. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own.
Oh no. He surrendered a person's...
Says liar. Scoundrel. I trusted that bastard with me father's blade, bid him take it to a smithy for restoration.
Oh my god.
Even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, ye bleedin' horsin', look at me. Me flowin' golden locks are no more. I've gone bald for
Damn.
heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me.
Poor guy. He lost all his hair.
Humphrey says all right. All right. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find...
You got a sword right there.
That's what you do, right? Help people?
Ellie says have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector?
Hildebrand says, and what of Eliezer's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar.
We gotta show his face around. Do you see this guy who lost? Do you see this guy who lost? No way, I haven't been here before? Oh, I guess I haven't saved this.
Eb says antique swords. Oh, I haven't
What happened?
asked about that. That
Why you?
Joe Jumper is the one you ought to speak with.
Why are you falling asleep?
He hasn't left.
Oh my gosh. This really is me. What about you? What will you do?
Lululo says that boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Eliezer of a priceless family heirloom.
Hey,
Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them.
oh nah, he's ruining our good name.
It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eliezer a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong?
I see your thought.
Vinegar says Eliezer's sword wasn't much to look at.
Oh my
but
God.
At least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics.
He's one of them. He makes the counterfeit relics. Hello, sir, with the mustache. Do you know anything about this?
Joe Jumpa says, I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least, not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe.
Huh?
Hildebrand says this presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Eliezer, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his
Oh my
flowing
God.
golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article.
Ellie says, well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone.
Yeah, why would you put a sword in the river?
Hildebrand says TSK. You should endeavor to be more optimistic.
TSK.
Ellie, like
Tis.
I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost.
I could fly there. Dash like the wind. We get there real quick. I think I see it. It's where those trees are. Not that I'm looking for the swords.
It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water.
Huh?
Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander.
Oh my God.
That is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so.
Oh my God. This
You
guy.
understand the importance of physical rehabilitation? Yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body.
What? What am I about to do?
Ah, this concept, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching.
What the? What are you? What? No way. What am I doing?
Ah, the rel, ga. The pain multiplies manifold.
Oh my.
Gently, now, gently.
Jesus, that bad?
Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Yes, at last. My muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads, and the pain becomes pleasure.
What are you talking about? Again?
Right there, yes. Keep doing that. Just like that. Just like.
What
Yeah.
the?
Now.
Lily, what have
How you feeling?
Lily, what are you having me do? Maybe the text to speech should be off for this segment.
Ah. Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now, then, into the spring. You as well, my good man.
Where's my massage? 20 things? Oh, okay. Without context? That sounds crazy. And what are you doing? Are you sleeping? Yep. A honeypot. And a muddy bottle. I don't think there's a sword in there.
You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you've found?
The bottle? Useless. Wait. A worthless bottle, a useless rock, and the red bottle stretch. Oh my god. With this, can you find something?
No sign of the sword Jojompa mentioned. I see.
Maybe that was a doer list.
Karaka says Now I'm all wet. What was that, anyway?
Huh?
Ellie says whom did something cause you to?
The hell? That's a sword.
Hildebrand says once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of.
Oh my god. He had a code now.
Nashium Hakaraka says Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Uldar and fetch you some new ones.
Hildebrand says how thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there,
Oh my
a few
god.
bottles of hair tonic for Eliezer as well. The new. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eliezer's woes will be no more.
I thought those were feet for a second. This plant? You see from this angle? It looked like there was a giant bird over here, and the feet were in the water. It's like, oh my god. So we present the sword, and hopefully his hair grows back. Where is he? Oh my god. We found your sword. What say you, old man?
As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade.
Don't tell me it's the wrong blade.
Eliezer says it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God's bless ye, sir.
Ellie says I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days.
Hildebrand says 'tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken.
He looks on
Ellie
upon
says
him.
spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Nashum
Oh my god.
says Inspector, I've brought your change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane.
Hildebrand says excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case.
Is that gonna bring... It's gonna grow his hair? Oh my god.
Ellie says, Inspector Hildebrand?
Hildebrand says there appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer?
A missive? You sure you're not a zombie? Oh, this guy.
The author neglected to pen her.
This guy in the back.
Is that supposed to be flattering?
He used them all already? It's like once a day.
Intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him.
What the hell is that?
Hildebrand says a challenge. For me. Oh, at last, the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion.
Oh my god, that doesn't happen. Oh my god, get out of there. We're trying to look at the head.
I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, accept your challenge. Humphrey says he sees incredible. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light.
Gentlemen alike. Oh my god. What is going on?
Ellie says he is, exceptionally, something. Nashum Hakaraka says call. Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing.
Oh, it's full hair here. Jesus. What's this guy saying? Like, they're crazy. Who in the world?
Mark says Hildebrand.
What is going on? Someone else lost a duel.
This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend?
One of those creatures that collect swords. And I only get filtered water? I want what he had, that tonic. That grew him like 20-year-old's hair. What? Huh? What? What? What the hell's going on? What the hell? Returns in the tree collectors. Huh? I'm there already?
Nashun Hakaraka says, hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me.
It's so
of
random.
fun. No, it's gone. Never mind.
My God. Ellie, what was all of that about? The science of deduction. Oh my gosh. That was... I was not expecting anything like that. Is this a continuation of that? I mean... Let's see.
He says perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade.
Wait, that was Sid? Was that Sid who was naked?
Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Uldar N collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I to not investigate her. And should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be.
So I accompany you.
Negotiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tutuzi in Count Drybone sells. You can come along, if you'd like.
Speak with Tutusi. Speaking of which, I don't think I remember hearing the music for dismount. System. Sound. Came up. Yeah, I definitely didn't. 2 cells of flowers.
Tutuzi says here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage.
Question mark says, was it for love or money that you killed him?
What? What is these opening lines?
Disconcerted damsel says it was you?
Flustered fellow says, have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow.
Who's making these wrong accusations?
Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sakes, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face.
What?
The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister?
What is going on?
Flustered fellow says you don't touch a man's kin. He knew that.
Oh.
Yet he. Curt gentleman says, damn. I thought he did it for the money. You too, he's all yours. Stupefied sentry says yes.
Stupefied?
Thank you for the help, Inspect.
It's funny. What do you think of his storyline so far?
Become such a popular profession.
It's funny and chaotic. I don't know where this is going. Is he a fool? Is he just lucky? Is this an old act to draw out someone? Only the Spectre will find out. How did this quest come to be? Did it get Well, they release a the storyline out of nowhere.
Tutuzi says it's not his job, you know, he just likes doing it. He belongs to one of
What?
Ishgard's high houses, some say he's a baron.
It was started in post Realm Reborn. Oh, okay.
Not at all like that buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think?
Uh-oh. He passed by here?
Ellie says I try not to think about Hildebrand. We should get going. Lady Durilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers.
So they wouldn't have known about the high horse until I think he was Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. Ah, I see. But not sure. I think I'm just mostly confused of where this is heading to. I mean, good thing I know about high houses now because of um this mount doesn't have music. Or not really anything special music. Oh. Who has the mission? Oh, perfect. We're in Vestal Bay. Excuse me. Just coming in with my dragon. Oh, look. She's all dolled up.
Durilda says again. As I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late.
What? What do you think What? You think I'm looking for work?
Even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed.
I don't want to give her this.
Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect.
Oh, are you calling out the story?
What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time.
Oh wow.
Lasting, enduring,
There you go on her.
changing. Like mine. Now get out. Ellie says forgive us, Lady Durilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious, violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. Durilda says you fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the mithril eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman.
Don't tell me it's that guy.
Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look on my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair.
Oh my god. Not that guy.
Hildebrand says ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige.
Not her too.
Here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice.
Jesus.
Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of a duelist as well? Or, perchance,
Hey.
in pursuit of me?
No.
Durilda says as if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent.
Question mark says to be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me.
That's the other one? Who is this guy?
Kurt
Commits guard?
the chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder.
I feel like he's the guy who's the duelist.
Briardian says Briardian, consulting inspector. At your service, my lady.
No, no. He's been replaced.
Hildebrand says conniving inspector. Briardian says consulting inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildebrand Manderville and Nashum Hakaraka, I presume.
Not the last names.
Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels.
Look at her face. What happened there?
Durilda says you see, I do not want nor need your help. Briardian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you.
A transfer?
Where have you been, Maria? And where is my vase? Maria says there was this strange flying thing, and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so. Durilda says that vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth?
Why did you send the child together?
You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear?
Hildebrand says my lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious
Wait.
wild beast.
I flew in with a dragon. Did I make her fall?
With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point, you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Very
Don't say it out loud.
clever in its intricacies.
Ellie says not when
Spoken out loud.
Hildebrand says, Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened?
What the hell? Run, child.
Maria says I picked up the vase in Uldar like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone. But, so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofika's wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone.
Hildebrand says you are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase, all 5 of us.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's the fifth? Oh, the girl.
All 4 of
Yeah.
I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there.
Hildebrand says, but, Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story?
Ellie says because that's my job, you imbecile.
Oh my god.
Hildebrand says, well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu. We must away.
Ellie says you don't even know what the bars looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help, understand?
At least she trusts me. I gotta look out for him. Hey, she went back to posing.
Durilda says out. I have forthcoming appointments with very prestigious.
You guys deal with this? I'm out of here. We were neighbors for so long, and that's how you treat me? I have to check every well. Oh boy. Hey, that's the guy. What is he wearing? What is he? An oof.
Flamboyant oaf says a pox upon the thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you, God, curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There is something in the water at the man's feet. Do the people of this land simply toss their refuse in the river? Every step is agony.
Oh, you're stepping on the dagger? I remember this location.
Senman says a vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind, then.
Hey, that was important. I wanted to hear about it. Level 9. It's been such a time ago. Up. How up? Berry up. Do you know anything about this?
Resting merchant says that girl what run by earlier? I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter anyway.
Uh-oh.
Whatever it was, it's long gone by now.
He's never gonna be able to go home. Did I find the base? What a sphere. He's stepping on the crushed base.
Treasured base of Lady Durilda over.
Oh no.
Flamboyant oaf says does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Hildebrand says your search for what, pray tell? Flamboyant oaf says the demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase.
Nashul Hakaraka says don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand will think of something.
Yeah, start looking for a job. That's it for you.
Hildebrand says, "Oh, but I already have, my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma.
Blue.
First, we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find.
Poor girl. She needs the help of another inspector. We got a lot. We take it to professional and you down. Maybe they could put it back together. Where are we gonna get the money? What are you gonna do about it?
Present your findings, have you? Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all.
Who? That's a dance. I'll take that reward.
There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. Flamboyant Oaf says this man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Hildebrand says, once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak.
Wait, we're not gonna talk about this guy just hanging out with us? Who is he? And why does he have a hamburger on his coat?
His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the gold court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief, who kept muttering the words, the hammer, the hammer.
Maria says he sounds dangerous.
Flamboyant Oaf says that he does. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. Gilgamesh says, but where are my manners?
What is
I
going
yet to
on?
properly introduce myself.
What?
I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu.
The chicken? The green chicken is your companion. Alright. You're the hamburger, and that's the chicken nugget.
Well, not really. It has been many moons since last I saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I came to her green.
Oh my god.
In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith? Yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. Hildebrand says the pleasure is all mine. Gilligan. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, bid you welcome. Gilgamesh says, if it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil.
Gilgamesh? That name is pretty famous.
Hildebrand says excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy.
Hildy and Gil.
Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thancred. It is there we shall begin our search.
Is the green chicken gonna come with us too? I don't know, this quest line seems never ending, so... What happened here? Do you guys do this?
The Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north.
Nashium Hakaraka says I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around.
You found another carcass. Damn. A hammer did this?
The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. Gilgamesh says a single blow to the head. Impressive.
Yeah. Where is it? Now these ones are pretty strong. What is that face? Is that the hammer in question? It's left lodged in their head.
Hildebrand says the Doblin, the basilisk, this Armin, all were slain with a hammer. As was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken.
Which one?
That chimera
What the
must be
fuck?
his latest prize, which means he can still be about.
What the hell?
Mayhap
You
he
ain't gonna
was
drop that on us.
attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt.
What is this group? A child,
It comes to
a
this,
warrior of light.
though every fiber of my
This
being
guy and his
is
chicken.
rebellion. Gilgamesh says, what must you do that is so terrible? Hildebrand says, I must dance. I'm a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can, from the peaks of Krithis to Thanolin. Manderville man, ...
Oh no, my eyes. My eyes.
Gilgamesh says, I cannot avert mine eyes. Hildebrand says that is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son.
I should stop there.
Were I to perform it in sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable, violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville.
God, must I?
You have learned the emote Manderville dance.
Let's test it out. My God. Hope no one's around. I don't see no one. Except that giant beast over there. Oh my God. Wait, that's it. Stop. Don't step that. What in the world?
Hildebrand says we are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville.
I did not need to know.
Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen chimera and dance like only a Manderville can.
What if it wakes it up in horror? There's another hammer. He had multiple hammers? God, no. Not the performance. No, please, no. Oh my God. What is this music? We saw something?
Mark says fancy yourself a Manderville man? You would do what only a Manderville can? Then lift your legs, and put up your hands, comma, be a Manderville, man exclamation mark. Gilgamesh says he comes.
Damn! Who are we facing?
Question mark says ho ho ho. You have not to fear from me, not at all.
Cover the eyes of the child.
Aim to settle were with the Chimera.
Cover the child. The child can't see this. What is it?
Godbert says, but you were not drawn.
Oh my
by
God.
Coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion?
Oh
if not
no.
me? But more important,
He walking away.
if I did not teach you, then who?
Don't tell me it was his father. He's gonna get pummeled. Where did the mustache come from? Oh my God.
By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives?
Oh my God. Yep. Oh my God. Run. Oh no. He's flash stepping. Oh my God. And you're done.
"10 years, Hildebrand, 10 years since you left home. And 5 since I learned of your trip to Delamut.
That must be his
How
dad.
long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion
Brother?
that their beloved
Uh-oh.
son was dead?
Huh? Wait, I have no idea.
Gilgamesh says, son, you are Hildy's father?
He'll this.
Godbert says Godbert the goldsmith's a Manderville man, comma, smithing is only a Manderville can, comma, oil him up and give him a tan, comma, fit for a Manderville man, exclamation mark.
Not him dancing too.
Hildebrand says, please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand.
He can't stop dancing.
This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria.
Let's see.
Godbert says, ha. Do not worry, little one, I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement.
What is going? I did not even know that. Bet as long as you get it fixed. That was a hammer. What? What?
Hold your applause until the end. Fire God, guide my hammer.
Oh wow. Even better than before.
How it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art?
What is that hammer?
Hildebrand says you've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value.
Oh my God! You made it. You made it brand new.
Godbert says nonsense. I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer?
He's a hammer.
Hildebrand says, Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others, too, innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. Godbert says, I thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter, you will understand in due time. Hildebrand says, no, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else.
Actually, his clothes got ripped again. Oh my god.
Maria says, Mr. Godford, sir, I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildebrand help with the investigation.
Gilgamesh says we cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this, reimagining.
Uh-oh. What is that face?
You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. And Kidu as well, I should think.
The chicken could fight?
Hildebrand says, I see you two possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Godbert says, Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials.
You mean cloth? To make clothes? You need some.
Gilgamesh says, Ho, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon.
My god. This is so random. At least I learned a new dance. Vesper Bay, right. Is he gonna accept the base? Do we need to find the daughter at home now? Gonna be interesting.
Maria says, I hope she likes it.
Poor girl.
Mother, I brought you the vase. Durilda says, by the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased.
It is the one.
Ellie says, now see here, Lady Durilda. Not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but...
Question mark says gaudy trash?
How dare you?
Says Lord Mandeville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived.
He made that.
Though I know it is
Oh my
nothing
god.
compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction.
Godbert says, oh, it does, my lady, it does indeed, especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction?
Durilda says your reconstruction. Oh ho ho, I don't like it.
Oh my god.
I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection.
He must be really important if she's gonna change like that.
Godbert says, ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildebrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter,
Durilda says I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome.
Oh my
You'll
god.
be helping us, Inspector Hildebrand, will you not? Ellie says wait a minute, your father is Lord Godward Mandeville, the man who took Aolandi Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate.
He's part of the... He's part of the Syndicate now? What? I thought he was just some random... eccentric.
Hildebrand says it appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist.
This guy needs sleep. Look at his eyes.
Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian.
God.
Briardian says, why are you still here?
We were charged.
Hildebrand says, allow me to elucidate. Lady Durilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Briardian says, fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions.
I can't guarantee that.
To a merchant named Joe Jumper, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Durilda's cell swords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay.
Nashum Hakaraka says, oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right?
Briardian says they're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real treaty blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended.
It's pretty smart.
Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous.
What? He just emoted on you.
For small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Hildebrand says, fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description?
Ellie says you never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd.
Hildebrand says, ha ha ha. A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Kurthus.
You mean the guy that we talked to?
Then I suppose we don't need your help, after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less.
Ellie says be seeing you.
Why you keep falling asleep? No wonder you guys are so dark. You guys are not sleeping.
Hildebrand says, Greg, my good man. What a pleasure to see you.
The duelist.
We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd wielding brute dressed in. A ridiculous outfit.
Not, he didn't say red.
Gilgamesh says a ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I'm intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Hildebrand says, ha ha, what reasons indeed? It is enough to make a gentleman laugh.
Can I speak to the chicken?
Gilgamesh says that damnable demon bird continues.
The tree collectors. I guess I'll leave this for next time. I'm so confused of where this is gonna go. Anyways, thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Lily, for sticking through all the resets that I was having. I appreciate it. I'll be here like always 4:30. I try my best to aim for 4:30. Sometimes I'm late. Usually means I'm working on a thumbnail for the YouTube video, which I have to update because it got cut out so much. But thanks again for being here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a great morning too. Have a good night. Take care.